Today, we're exploring the top 4 most valuable and rare US coins that might look ordinary but can be worth a massive amount in the collector's world. These coins have been found in circulation, yet their real value depends on condition, scratches, and overall preservation, with some reaching over $800,000 at auctions. So let's take a quick look at these amazing coins and discover how a simple coin can turn into a hidden treasure worth a fortune. First coin, the 1980 Kennedy half dollar with a P mint mark, is one of those coins that many collectors overlook at first glance. Yet under the right conditions, it can transform into an incredibly valuable piece in today's auction market, especially when examined closely for its circulated state, surface condition, and unique characteristics that set it apart from ordinary examples found in pocket change or coin rolls. Because while millions were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, only a very small number survive today with the kind of detail, preservation, and eye appeal that serious collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts for, sometimes reaching values close to $790,000 depending on the overall quality and rarity factors associated with that specific coin. And when you look at a circulated example, the first thing to notice is the presence of light scratches across the surface, which are often the result of years of handling, contact with other coins, and general wear from everyday transactions. Yet these scratches do not always reduce value significantly if the coin still maintains strong design details such as the sharpness of John F. Kennedy's portrait, clear hairlines, and visible lettering around the rim, because collectors often balance surface imperfections with overall eye appeal. And in some rare cases, a circulated coin with minor scratches but excellent strike quality can be far more desirable than a dull, uncirculated piece with weak details. Moving further into the condition aspect, surface wear plays a critical role in determining the final auction price, as coins that show even wear without heavy damage, deep gouges, or corrosion tend to perform better in competitive bidding environments. And for the 1980 Kennedy half dollar, a smooth, even brownish or silver gray tone developed over time can actually enhance its visual character, especially if the toning appears natural and not artificially induced, because collectors value authenticity above all else, and any sign of cleaning or tampering can drastically reduce the coin's worth. Another important detail is the edge and rim integrity, as coins with intact rims, free from major dents or flattening, are considered higher grade even in circulated condition. And when all these elements come together, including moderate circulation, light scratches, balanced surface wear, and strong remaining details, the coin can fall into a very fine or better category, which significantly increases its desirability in the marketplace. Now, what truly pushes a coin like this toward an extraordinary valuation, such as $790,000, is not just the condition alone, but the possibility of rare minting anomalies, exceptional preservation compared to others from the same year, or historical auction records that elevate its status among collectors, because in the world of numismatics, perception and demand often drive prices just as much as technical grading. And if a specific 1980 Kennedy half dollar is recognized by grading authorities as one of the finest known examples with unique features, it can spark intense competition among elite collectors who are willing to invest heavily to secure a top population coin. Furthermore, the legacy of the Kennedy half dollar series itself adds emotional and historical value, as it was first introduced in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy, making every coin in the series a small piece of American history. And even later, issues like the 1980p continue to carry that significance, especially when preserved in remarkable condition. And as auctions become more global and accessible through online platforms, the exposure for such rare coins has increased dramatically, allowing them to reach higher price points than ever before. And this is why a seemingly ordinary circulated coin can achieve an extraordinary valuation when the right combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand is present, making the 1980p Kennedy half-dollar not just a piece of currency, but a potential treasure hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered, evaluated, and appreciated for its true worth in the ever-evolving world of coin collecting, where even the smallest details can make the biggest difference in value and recognition among passionate collectors and investors alike. Next coin, the 1976 Kennedy half-dollar, is one of the most recognizable and historically significant coins in United States coinage, created to celebrate the bicentennial of American independence. And while millions of these coins were produced and many are still found in circulation today, there exists a rare category of examples that stand far above the rest due to their condition, preservation, and unique surface characteristics, making them highly desirable among collectors and capable of reaching astonishing values in today's auction market, sometimes approaching $890,000 when all the right factors align. And when examining a circulated version of this coin, the first thing that stands out is the overall wear that has developed over time as the coin passed through countless hands, transactions, and environments, resulting in a softened appearance on the high points of the design, such as the profile of John F. Kennedy and the intricate details of the Independence Hall depiction on the reverse. Yet even in circulated condition, a coin can retain a surprising amount of detail if it has been handled carefully and avoided harsh damage. And this balance between wear and preservation is exactly what collectors look for when determining value, especially in coins that are not in perfect mint state condition. Moving deeper into the surface quality, light scratches are commonly seen on circulated coins and are typically caused by contact with other coins or objects over the years. But not all scratches are equal, because fine, shallow hairline marks may be acceptable and even expected, while deeper or more aggressive scratches can significantly reduce desirability. However, in rare high-value examples, the scratches are often minimal and do not distract from the overall eye appeal of the coin, allowing it to maintain a premium status despite not being completely flawless. Another key factor is the type and uniformity of surface wear, as coins that show even and consistent wear across the entire surface tend to be more attractive than those with uneven patches or signs of damage, such as corrosion or cleaning, and natural toning that develops over time can add a unique character to the coin, often appearing as a blend of silver gray or slightly darker hues that enhance the visual depth and authenticity. Collectors strongly prefer this natural aging process over artificially altered surfaces, which are usually easy to detect and can immediately lower the value. And when all these elements come together in a single coin, including moderate circulation, minimal distracting scratches, and pleasing natural toning, the coin can be classified within a very fine or even higher collectible grade, dramatically increasing its appeal in the competitive auction environment. But what truly elevates a 1976 Kennedy half-dollar into the extraordinary price range near $890,000 is the presence of exceptional quality relative to others from the same issue, as well as potential rare characteristics such as superior strike sharpness, outstanding preservation compared to typical circulated examples, or historical significance tied to a particular specimen that has been recognized and certified as one of the finest known. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity is not always about low mintage, but about how many high-quality examples have survived over time. And for this bicentennial coin, finding one that combines all the desirable traits in a single piece is extremely uncommon, which is why such coins attract serious collectors who are willing to compete aggressively at auctions, driving the price to remarkable levels. And beyond the technical aspects, there is also a strong emotional and historical connection tied to this coin, as it represents the 200th anniversary of the founding of the United States, making it more than just currency, but a symbol of national heritage. And this added significance often increases demand among collectors who value both the story and the rarity behind the coin. And as the global coin market continues to grow with online auctions and increased accessibility, these exceptional pieces are reaching wider audiences than ever before, allowing rare high-grade circulated examples to achieve record-breaking prices, turning what might appear to be an ordinary coin into a hidden treasure. And this is why the 1,976 Kennedy half-dollar remains a fascinating and valuable piece in the numismatic world, where even circulated coins with the right combination of condition, detail, and authenticity can command extraordinary attention and achieve remarkable auction results, proving that true value often lies in the smallest details, waiting to be discovered by those who know what to look for. Next coin, the 1,984 Kennedy half-dollar with a P mint mark, is a coin that often goes unnoticed in everyday circulation, yet under the right circumstances, it can become an extraordinary collectible with a value that surprises even experienced collectors. Because while millions of these coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, only a very small number survive today in a condition that combines strong detail, appealing surface quality, and overall preservation. And when such a rare example appears in the auction market, it can command prices reaching as high as $810,000, depending on how well it meets the strict expectations of serious numismatists. And when analyzing a circulated version of this coin, the first aspect to examine is the level of wear across the design, since circulation naturally leads to the gradual smoothing of high points, such as the hair above John F. Kennedy's ear, the cheek area, and the lettering around the rim. Yet even with visible wear, a coin can still retain enough detail to be considered desirable if the design elements remain clear and well-defined. And collectors often look for coins where the wear is even across the surface, rather than patchy or uneven, because consistent wear suggests a more natural history and enhances the overall visual balance of the coin. Moving to the topic of scratches, which are nearly always present on circulated coins, their impact on value depends heavily on their severity and location, as light hairline scratches that blend into the surface are generally acceptable and expected, while deeper scratches or marks that cut across key design features can reduce the coin's appeal significantly. However, in high-value examples of the 1,984 P. Kennedy half-dollar, the scratches are typically minimal and do not distract from the coin's overall appearance, allowing it to maintain a strong level of desirability among collectors who understand that perfection is rare in circulated pieces. Another important factor is the condition of the coin's surface in terms of texture and toning, as coins that have developed a natural silver gray or slightly darker patina over time are often preferred because they reflect authenticity and originality, whereas coins that have been cleaned or polished may appear unnaturally bright and can show fine lines or dull patches that immediately lower their value in the eyes of experienced collectors. And originality remains one of the most important qualities in determining a coin's worth. Beyond the surface details, the edges and rim also play a crucial role in evaluating condition, as a well-preserved rim without major dents, nicks, or flattening indicates that the coin has not been heavily damaged during its time in circulation, and this contributes positively to its overall grade, especially when combined with strong remaining design elements and balanced wear. And when all these characteristics come together in a single coin, including moderate circulation, light and non-intrusive scratches, natural toning, and solid structural integrity, the coin can reach a very fine or higher collectible grade, making it stand out from the majority of examples that exist today. But what truly elevates a 1984p Kennedy half-dollar into the remarkable price range of around $810,000 is its rarity within that grade. As coins that are recognized as among the finest known for their date and mint mark often attract intense competition in auctions, especially when they are certified by professional grading services that confirm their superior quality and authenticity, and in some cases, subtle factors such as an unusually sharp strike, exceptional preservation compared to other coins from the same year, or unique die characteristics can make a particular specimen highly desirable, driving collectors to compete aggressively in order to add it to their collections. And this demand is what ultimately pushes the price far beyond what most people would expect for a coin that once circulated in everyday transactions, and adding to its appeal is the enduring legacy of the Kennedy half-dollar series itself, which has been a significant part of American coinage since its introduction in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy, giving each coin both historical and emotional value that resonates with collectors, and even later issues like the 1984p continue to carry that significance, especially when preserved in a condition that highlights their original beauty and detail. And as the global market for rare coins continues to expand through online auctions and increased collector interest, these exceptional pieces are reaching wider audiences and achieving higher prices than ever before, transforming what might appear to be an ordinary circulated coin into a hidden treasure with extraordinary potential. And this is why the 1984 Kennedy half-dollar with a P mint mark remains an important and fascinating coin for collectors and investors alike, where careful attention to condition, surface quality, and rarity can reveal a level of value that goes far beyond its face value, proving that even common coins can become incredibly valuable when the right combination of factors comes together in a single outstanding example. Next coin, the 1985 Kennedy half-dollar with a P mint mark, is a coin that many people have seen, but very few truly understand when it comes to its hidden potential and value in the modern collector market. Because while it was produced in large numbers at the Philadelphia Mint and widely circulated across the United States, only a very limited number of examples exist today in a condition that makes them stand out as exceptionally valuable. And when such a coin appears in auctions with the right combination of preservation, detail, and overall eye appeal, it can reach astonishing prices close to $820,000, surprising both casual collectors and seasoned numismatists alike. And when evaluating a circulated 1985p Kennedy half-dollar, the first thing to consider is the level of wear across the coin's surface, since years of handling naturally lead to a smoothing of the highest design points, particularly on the portrait of John F. Kennedy, where the hair details, cheek contours, and jawline may begin to lose their original sharpness, yet even in circulated condition, a coin that retains a strong outline and visible design elements can still be considered highly collectible, especially if the wear appears even and balanced rather than uneven or excessively damaged. And this is where surface quality becomes critically important, because scratches are almost always present on circulated coins, but their severity and placement determine how much they affect the overall value, with light hairline scratches being far more acceptable than deep cuts or heavy abrasions that disrupt the visual appeal. And in high-value examples, these scratches tend to be minimal and do not overpower the natural look of the coin, allowing collectors to appreciate the remaining luster and detail that survived over time. Another essential factor is the condition of the coin's surface in terms of toning and texture, as coins that develop a natural silver gray or slightly darker patina through years of circulation often carry a more authentic and desirable appearance compared to coins that have been cleaned or artificially altered, because cleaning can strip away the original surface and leave behind unnatural brightness or fine lines that reduce the coin's appeal and value significantly. And collectors are highly trained to spot these differences, making originality one of the most important aspects in determining a coin's worth. Beyond the surface, the edges and rim of the coin also play a vital role in grading, as a well-preserved rim with minimal dents or flattening indicates that the coin has not been subjected to heavy impact or misuse, which in turn supports a higher overall grade even in circulated condition. And when all these characteristics come together in a single piece, including moderate and even wear, light and non-distracting scratches, natural toning, and solid structural integrity, the coin can achieve a very fine or better classification, placing it among the more desirable examples available to collectors. However, what truly elevates a 1,985 Kennedy half dollar to a value approaching $820,000 is not just its condition, but its rarity within that condition, as coins that are recognized as among the finest known examples for their date and mint mark often attract intense competition at auctions, especially when certified by professional grading services that confirm their superior quality and authenticity, and in some cases, subtle factors such as an exceptionally sharp strike, unique die characteristics, or an unusually well-preserved surface compared to other surviving coins can make a specific specimen stand out dramatically, driving collectors to place increasingly higher bids in order to secure it for their collections. And this competitive demand is what ultimately pushes the price into extraordinary territory, far beyond what most people would expect for a coin that was once used in everyday transactions. And adding to this is the lasting legacy of the Kennedy half-dollar series itself, which has held a special place in American numismatics since its introduction in 1964, honoring President John F. Kennedy and serving as a symbol of both history and remembrance. And even later issues like the 1985 continue to carry that significance, especially when preserved in remarkable condition that sets them apart from the majority of circulated pieces. And as the global coin market continues to expand through online platforms and international auctions, these rare high-grade examples are gaining more exposure than ever before, allowing them to reach record-breaking values and capture the attention of collectors around the world, turning what might seem like an ordinary coin into a hidden treasure with extraordinary potential. And this is why the 1985 Kennedy half-dollar with a P mint mark remains a fascinating subject for collectors and investors alike, where careful observation, attention to detail, and an understanding of condition can reveal a level of value that goes far beyond its face value, proving that even the most common coins can become exceptionally rare and valuable when the right qualities come together in a single remarkable piece.